All right, so we don't have Rhoda yet, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And someone messaged me, Debbie, there's totally different things on the 2 pages you sent. It's like, yes, because I did one for Sue where it was just the trope names, but with the trope, with the actual Torah reading, and then with the Hebrew with the pink trope. So I thought, let's start with the trope and let's sing it together. We'll start with the trope names. We'll go through that one time, and then we'll start reading it with the actual words. Because that seemed to be helpful for some. Well, I have to go get I was not prepared. I did not get the host key. Give me one moment. Oh, because I'm looking in the wrong place.
And Debbie, thank you very much for doing that. I think there were 2 recordings of, Mark, can you please close that, Mark? I'm sorry. There were 2 recordings, I think, of the trope,
Yeah.
of the same thing of the recording, unless I'm looking at.
Oh, I didn't, well, because I had sent.
No, you did it all right, but one of them had the kadma, the pashta instead of the kadma or something, and then you redid that, I think.
Oh, okay.
So thank you for doing all that.
All right, let's get to it. Can everybody see that? Okay. Let me open this up just in case more friends come. Why are you being persnickety? There we go. All right, wrong page. All right, so this is actually the 4 lines of Torah, but I thought we would start with just saying their names so you hear how it goes, and then we'll put in the actual words. So since you know all of these, we're just going to read them together and see how you're feeling. So kind of gauge, yeah, I got this. I can read it with the trope names and the pink trope markings, and then we'll apply it if you feel ready to move on. Are you ready? Here we go. Mercha tipcha et nachta. Mercha tipcha. Mercha sof pasuk. Thumbs up if this is good. Thumbs sideways or down if I'm not sure. I can't see Sue's hand, so I don't know how you're feeling. Thumbs up? All right. Sandy, you're not sure?
I think I have it.
Okay. All right, let's go on to line Daled. Pashta, mapach, pashta, katon, mercha, tipcha, munach et nachta, tevir, mercha, tipcha, mercha, sof pasuk. Up or down? Got a couple ups. All right. Let's go through the next 2. Next, I got to move you around. All right.
I have a question.
Okay.
The word says pashta, but is that a kadma, the first one?
Yes, you're right. I messed it up. Sorry.
Well, but that's what I was saying. There are 2 recordings, and I guess you corrected it, and on the same email, I think there were 2 of them. So I just want to be sure.
Sorry about that. But they sound the same. They sound the same. It's kadma.
Okay.
They're the same sound. Why? Why would you put the same symbol and the same sound for 2 different trope? I mean, if it has to do with how it acts, but for our sense and purposes, they're both pashta. It's just kadma. So it's frustrating.
So either word I'm saying, or because it's the first one in the line?
It should be kadma, because when you do, there's a trope that's kadma, ve'atzla, and it's a little different than pashta, but for this purpose, it's pashta, not pashta. It's pashta, ma pa, pashta. So it's kadma. I apologize. But how we sing it is the same. All right, you ready for tet? Here we go. Mercha tevir tipcha munach et nachta ma pashta katon munach katon tipcha sov pasuk. Okay, are we good? All right, line yud. Mercha tipcha, mercha sof pasuk. So I don't know if you're wondering, why is it not mercha tipcha, but it's mercha tipcha, mercha sof pasuk. Does anybody know why it's not the same mercha tipcha up here in line bet? Why we sing it a little differently? Sue?
Is it because it's the end with the sof pasuk?
Correct. So same thing up here on line, the second part of line Daled, we're getting toward the end. So it really requires you to plan ahead. You know, this Merchat Tipcha is in the middle. It sounds different than the one at the end. So is that confusing or you've got that? Got that? You know, gosh forbid it should be easy, right? And straightforward. All right. Line Yud Aleph. My mouse has decided to go out for a second.
Debbie, can I just say in the last line, there's a word "o." Is that part of it?
Oh, here?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see it. That might have been a mistake. Give me a second.
Okay, I was just listening to this right before we started. That's otherwise I would not, know
Hold on
what
a
was
second. That could be that I was trying to readjust the letters to make the trope fit. No, it's supposed to be that oat is not supposed to be there. But I don't know that I can get rid of it, but I can put something over it. Give me just a second.
No, that's okay. I just circled it on my paper to remember to ask you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so that is in trying to put in the pink trope, I had to futz things around, so that's why it's that way. All right. Line Yud Aleph, and just ignore that ode. It's Tipcha Munach. Munach Katon. Tipcha Munach et Nachta. Mercha Tipcha Sof Pasuk. So that's what it is. That's exactly, it's just we're going to read it with different Hebrew letters, with Hebrew words instead of trope. Any questions, comments, or concerns with it with trope names? Is that easier when you see the trope names?
I think it's still hard to transfer to the Hebrew, but I like working with this as well. So thank you very much for doing that.
And it also shows you know all of this. You know all of these trope. You've done them. It's just maybe a little intimidating to see it in Hebrew with Hebrew words. This obviously is Hebrew. So let's take a look at it. Now I need to move you back. There you are. All right. So it's the same thing. Maybe with the pink trope, it's a little more helpful because it's bigger. So would somebody be willing to read line bet, just the Hebrew? Sandy, thank you.
Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe, Va'omer Elav Ani Adonai.
You're God. I'm God. Ani Adonai. Good job. Not hard words, words we hear a lot in the liturgy. So we're going to try it. Mercha tipcha et nachta, mercha tipcha, mercha sof pasuk. We just read it, but now we're going to do it with Hebrew. Let's try it. Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe, vayomer elav ani Adonai. Let's do it one more time together. Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe, vayomer elav ani Adonai. I'm going to let you sit with that for a little bit. Try it and see if anybody would be willing to sing it out loud for us. Anybody willing to take a chance on it?
Can I do it before I forget?
Of course.
Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe, Vayomer Elav Ani Adonai.
That was beautiful. And I
Yay.
don't think you're going to forget. You got this. You know this. Anybody else want to give it a try? Because remember, when you're repeating it and you're doing it, people are getting to hear it again and again. Go for it, Danielle.
Vayedaber Elohim el Moshe, Vayomer Elav Ani Adonai.
Nice job. Anybody else want to give it a whirl for bet? All right. Should we move on to Dalit?
No, let's me try it.
Oh, go for it.
Vaidamer Elohim Vaidamer Elohim et nachta. I'm sorry, El Moshe Vaimer sorry,
Vayomer.
Vaimer Elo Elov I need Adonai and
Yeah, you want to drop it at the end. Ani Adonai.
Ani Adonai.
Good job. And I know Arena's read Torah before. And you know what? No one's going to throw this at you and say, here, you have 1 week, go learn. But we keep reviewing it just so that it gets more and more familiar. Anybody else want to give Bet a try? Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe vayomer elav ani Adonai. Go for it, Sandy.
Vaidaber Elohim el Moshe, Vayomer Elav Ani Adonai.
Lovely, Sandy. Have you read this line of Torah before? Close enough, right? Yeah, you've read a lot. You've read before quite a bit, haven't you?
Just for Sisterhood Shabbats when I practice, but I haven't really, except for the last time I didn't do Trope. I just read.
Okay, sounds great though. Anybody else want to try Bet before we go on? Sue.
V'yedaber Elohim el Moshe, vayomer elav ani Adonai.
That also was lovely. Sounds like you read Torah. All right. Did everybody have a chance? All right. Let's try Dalid. Vegam. Oh, wait. We need someone to read it for us in Hebrew, just so we can hear the words, make sure we've got them. No questions about pronunciation. Let's do, how about if we just work on the first sentence, the first part of the sentence? Let's do that first. Because then the second part is the ending. So would anybody read just the first part of line Dalid, first part in Hebrew? Daniel, thank you.
V'gam hakimoti et beriti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8.
Beautiful. Seems like something I've heard during the high holidays. Don't know, but sounds like it. All right. Shall we give this a whirl? We'll take it slowly. Vegam hakimoti et briti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8. Let's do that again. Vegam hakimoti et briti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8. Should we do it again, or do you want to sit with it and do it yourself?
Debbie, is the etnachta under the second or third syllable?
It was right smack dab in the middle, but it's Canaan. So I would say it's the first one. I looked where they placed it. They placed it in between. But we would say Canaan, so I would put it with the nun.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Should we do it again one more time all together? Okay. Vegam hakimoti et briti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8. You try it in your own voices. Anybody willing to try the first part of Dalid for us? Daniil, thank you.
V'gam hakimoti et beriti itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8.
Lovely. Anybody else want to give it a whirl? Are you feeling unsure or just don't?
I'll try it.
All right, Deb.
V'gam hakimoti et briti itam. I forgot.
You got to eat
Itam latet lahem et eretz Canaan 8.
That was beautiful. You got it. And again, if you were reading this, you would have weeks. I'm not one of those people who can do it in a week. My brother can do it in a few days. I've had to in a week. I do not like it. I like to really work on it, really get to know it. All right, anybody else want to try Dalit?
I can try.
I know you can.
It will be weak attempt.
I'll help you.
Okay. וגם הקימותי את בריתי איתם לתת להם את mein Gott, die gehören ja noch. Eretz Bina Az Ati
8. It's just 8. Eight.
No,
Good job.
8.
Yep. It's kind of like following a map, like symbols on a map. Anybody else want to give it the first part a try? Sue? You are muted.
Sorry,
Go.
trying to unmute, yeah. 1 second. V'gam hakimoti et bariti itam lateit lahem et eretz kana. No, that's wrong. Hold on a minute. Lateit lahem et eretz kanaan.
Beautiful. And you know how I know you know what you're doing? Because when you didn't do it right, you went, wait, something's not right. And you went back and checked. So that tells me you know what you're doing, because if you didn't, you wouldn't know to stop yourself.
I have to just tell you, right before I'm doing it, I'm looking at the Trope page. And
That's
right
okay.
now I'm hearing that easier than doing it with the Hebrew. So I like having that tool
Okay.
helping me.
So
Thank you.
one time we had a woman come up on the Bima to read Torah on Shabbat. She came up with her AirPods in and her iPhone, and she played it so she could hear the person while reading Torah. And she is no longer a member of our shul. That was the most minor infraction of things. But, I'm like, seriously, you're up on the Bima with your iPhone and your AirPod so you can hear the person reading? Okay. I think she probably could have done it without it. She's quite a performance artist, but so we have crutches that we need, but I do what you need to do, short of taking your iPhone and AirPods on the Bima. Come on. All right. Would somebody read the second line of Dalit in Hebrew for us?
I can read.
Thanks.
Eretz, I think I can read. Eretz Megurhem.
Megurehem. We got to give creation.
Megurehem.
Mhm.
Asher Garu Va.
Good job. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up the top of Dalit and we're going to add on the second part. Are you ready? There we go.
The second part first.
Vegam hakimoti et briti itam latet lachem et eretz Canaan et. Now we're ending. Eretz megurehem asher garuba. Asher garuva. I guess it's got to put the accent on the ru. Asher garuva. That doesn't feel natural to me, but that's what it says. Asher garuva. Let's just do the second part of that. We're ending. Eretz megurehem asher garuva. One more time. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva. Daniel.
That doesn't sound like an end of a sentence. That sounds like end of,
Yep.
what do you call it?
The part, no,
The
it would be
Pasuk.
Asher Garuva. That's how you end the whole thing. Asher Garu. Asher Garuva. So up here, Vaydaber Elohim El Moshe Vayomer Elav Ani Adonai
Right. So why are you doing Garu with more notes?
Asher Garuva,
But you didn't say Ani Adonai.
because it's less syllables. Ani Adonai. We've got to get all of that. Asher Garu all at once. Asher Garuva. We got to
Okay.
smish all of that into. Mm, Yeah, that's the hard part. It's fine when it's Ani and Adonai, but now it's Asher Garu and 5 syllables into that trope. Would you do
Okay.
it differently?
If I
would-
was listening, I would think it was the end of the parsha, not, or the end of whatever they call it, not the end of the sentence.
Yeah, the difference is this is Asher Garuva, and the end of the reading would be Asher Garuva. It's a different set of notes. Asher
Okay.
Garuva. Yep. All right. One more time. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva. I'll let you work on it.
But isn't the Mercha, I think most people would do it Eretz Migurayhem Asher Garuva. Wouldn't
Instead of
they?
in putting it under the under the gimel.
Well, it's a Mercha. It's not a, I mean, I don't know why it's, yeah, was it originally under the Resh?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's to me it's weird. I would say Garu instead of Garu, but that's where they put it.
so if you said Asher Garu, is that still accenting the Ga?
Asher Garuva. Oh, you're saying Asher Garuva. Is that what you
Yeah.
feel that it's extra sounds? Yes. And again, no one's correcting your trope. So Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva. Asher Garu. It's where you put the accent. It makes more sense to me to make it Garuva. Asher Garuva. Asher Garuva. I agree with you, both of you. Again, it doesn't matter. No one's going to be correcting you whether you do Asher Garuva or Asher Garuva. It doesn't matter. They're not going to be that picky. But to me, it felt odd looking at where it's placed. Asher Garuva makes more sense. Let's try it that way. Eretz
Migurayhem
Asher Garuva.
I
To me,
was
that
just,
sounds like an end of sentence.
Yeah.
I was just asking because Mercha doesn't have extra embellishment, I don't think,
Yes.
right?
Yes. It's very confusing.
Oh, because it's under the second syllable.
So there you'd have to give it more. But I would, if I were reading Torah at my shul, if I wasn't asking the Aliyah Gabbai, I would say Asher Garuva, and nobody would correct me because I'm not. The word is Garu or Garu, depending on where. So they're not going to. I was told only correct things that change the meaning. Now I don't read Hebrew, so I don't know what Garu means versus Garu. I don't think they're not that picky. So spend a little time with Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva.
I think when you do it that way, the only emphasis is on the Va. I
Yeah.
think Ga and Ru have the same emphasis, don't they?
Asher garu. Garu. You're putting the syllable on ga. Asher garuva.
Oh, okay. I can't hear it.
I know, it's minutia. It really is minutia.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Anybody willing to give it a try now that we've dissected it? I love your questions, though. I love your thinking. My rabbi would be like, I love this. They're thinking, they're asking. Anybody want to give it a whirl?
I'll do it. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuba.
Thank you. That was
Beautiful.
lovely. Want to try it, Danielle?
Sure. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva.
Nice.
Try also.
Go for it, Rena.
Eretz Megurehem Asher Garu. Wow.
Nice. Sue's gearing up. I saw her head turn to the other page. You want to give it a try, Sandy?
Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva.
Nice. Sue, do you want a chance with that last line? She's practicing hard. Did you want a chance, Sue?
Okay, I just, let me
You
see.
got it.
I think I was overthinking the Eretz Megurehem. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva.
You got to go down. It's the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Eretz megurehem.
Asher Garuva. No, I'm going up. Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva. That's going up, right?
Going up. So we got to keep going down. Eretz megurehem. Now go down some more. Asher.
Asher Garuva.
We just keep going down. Eretz
Eretz Megurehem Asher Garuva.
go down quite far enough. Eretz megurehem. Now go down more. Asher.
Asher Garuva.
Got it. Let's do all of D Daled together. Vegam hakimoti et briti itam latet lachem et eretz Canaan et eretz megurehem asher garuva. Put it all together. We did it. All right. Our favorite beginning in so many Torah portions. Would anybody be willing to read Tet? The Hebrew for Tet. Daniil, thank you.
Vayedaber Moshe Cain el Bnei Yisrael velo Shamu el Moshe mikotzer ruach umeavoda kasha.
That's
Vayedaber
beautiful.
Adonai. Oops, sorry.
That's a beautiful Hebrew reading. Do you always read that smoothly, or were you practicing this?
I practiced.
I can tell. Good job. Let's read it through together because some of those words are a little tricky. You ready? Vaidaber Moshe Cain el Bnei Yisrael Velo Shamu el Moshe Mikotzer Ruach ume'avoda kasha. Ending, the last four words are a little more tricky where the accent goes. All right, shall we try it together? Here we go. Vaydaber Moshe Cain el bnei Yisrael velo shamu el Moshe mikotzer ruach ume'avoda kasha. Let's do that again. It's just breaking it up a little more. We have more things we're inserting, more different trope. Vaydaber Moshe Cain el bnei Yisrael velo shamu el Moshe mikotzer ruach ume'avoda kasha. Questions about it before you sing it on your own?
I had a question.
Yes.
The word can or cane, did you only do one syllable?
Cain, yep. So imagine there's mercha before it. Cain, because it's only one syllable word. Because you're thinking mercha, tipcha, but it's just Cain.
Could you do two syllables? Because I think I would do, like, if the Moshe wasn't in there, I'd read that by the bear. Oh, I see. Yeah, one syllable. Okay. Thank you.
Have to throw a tavir in the middle of the mix.
Of course. Okay. Are we doing this one?
Yep, I'm just giving people a chance.
Oh,
You
okay.
give it a try, Deb?
Sure.
Okay.
Vaydaber Moshe. See, now I would say can. But
Cain.
okay, let me try again.
It's okay. Again, you got the word right. The trope,
If yeah,
that's what works for you. That's what works for you.
well, if the Tavir wasn't there, I would just do Vaydaber Ken El Bnei Yisrael.
So
But
put your thought in your head before you do it.
Vaydaber Moshe. Mercha. Vaydaber Ken El Bnei Yisrael. Okay. Vaydaber Moshe Ken El Bnei Yisrael. Velo Sham'u El Moshe Mikotzer Ruach U'me'avoda Kasha.
Teddy, you sound like you're reading Torah. That's beautiful. And yeah, sometimes I have to play like these mind games with myself, for especially when I was reading Megillah. Like, how do I remember? How do I get from here to here? That makes no sense to me. Like, how do I bridge it when it's broken by a tavir? And sometimes I just write it out with dots, or what does my voice do? I do that all the time because it doesn't go as I think it should, because I didn't write the Torah. If we wrote the Torah, it might look very differently. And that was beautiful. Who else thinks they want to give this a try? Try it, Danielle. I know you got this.
Vayidaber Moshe, Cain el bnei Yisrael, velo shamu el Moshe, mikotzer ruach ume'avoda kasha.
Nice. Sandy, you think you got this?
I don't know, I'll try.
All right.
Vaydaber Moshe Cain El Bnei Yisrael V'lo Sham'u El Moshe Mikol Tzeruach Uma Avodah Kasha.
Nice. Again, it's not a singing contest. It's you're going up and down about in the right places. Who else wants to give it a whirl? This is not easy stuff, but you're getting it.
I can try with
All right, Arena. That's all I ask.
gingerly. Vaida, Vaidaber, Vaidaber, Moshe, just a second. Va, Vaidaber, Moshe, Tin, 10. Okay, can, can, El Bnei Israel velo velo vel no lo no velo shameyu el me el Moshe Mikael Rua Umead Umeado I'm sorry Umeavoda do I have difficulty Avadu Kasha
Good job. It's hard. This is not easy stuff. Sue, did you want a chance before we go to the next line? She's like, no. Can we go to the next line? This one is an easy one, but plan ahead. Look what's at the end. So what does that, when you see Sof Pasuk, what does it tell you?
end of
Go
sentence
down.
phrase or
Going
So-
down.
Yeah, so we're going down. We're going down with the plane, but we won't crash. All right. I think we know these words. So let's see if we can sing this going down. Vaydaber Adonai. Keep going. El Moshe Lemor. One more time. Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe Lemor.
Hi, it's Mary. I'm calling in from Philadelphia from a Starbucks. Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
I don't see any difference in the little, it looks like a comma that goes one way versus the other. They both seem to be, 2 steps. Can you
Well,
clarify that?
so yes. So merchat tipcha, they go together and they make merchat. Well, better to look up here because this is going down to the end of a sentence. Merchat tipcha is how we do this one. And then this is mercha, but toward the end of a sentence, it sounds a little different. Again, why they put the same trope. So when you do mercha tipcha up here in the middle of a sentence, or the beginning, it says mercha tipcha. But when we're getting to end a sentence, because this tells us the sentence is ending, this trope, mercha tipcha, mercha, mercha tipcha, mercha, that's how it ends. El Moshe Lemor. It's confusing. They should have done something totally different with this trope. for the end of a sentence. They should have used totally different symbols. It's the same symbols, but different sound because you're ending. And I'm sorry that they were messy and picked to repeat something that makes no sense. I hope that answered it. I don't have a better answer than that.
Sorry for the background noise. Go on mute again. No, I'll have to go back to my notes and think more about it. Thank you.
Okay. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. I guess I could hear Daniel saying, Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Is that what you're thinking, my friend? I guess I've always done Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, but that could be at the beginning. Adonai el Moshe lemor. It doesn't matter. It's a
That
matter
could be
of
another trope.
what?
That might be another trope. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking. What does the other trope look like? Vaydaber Adonai. El Moshe. I'm pretty sure it's El Moshe lemor. That's how it ends. El Moshe lemor. I've read it a million times.
And a lot of times it does start the sentence.
Yes. I'll have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it's Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe lemor. Easier one. Anybody want to give it a try? Sue?
V'yidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor.
Going down. Got to keep going down.
El Moshe lemor.
There
Is
you
the
go.
lemor going down too? No.
More. Yeah. The whole thing goes down.
Lemor.
You got it. Anybody else want to try? You want to do it, Deb?
Yeah. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Did
Good
I do it
job.
right?
Yep. I'm going to go back at the tikkun though and be looking to see, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. You could shorten it El Moshe, you know, because it's under She. El Moshe lemor. I'm pretty sure that's it. Anybody else want to try it? It's the shortest, easiest one. Verena.
Vadaber Adonai el Moshe lemor.
Good job.
I
Sandy.
have a question. I'm sorry, can I
Yeah.
just ask a question? If it's just Moshe, which I think I've heard it both ways, then the Moshe is 2 syllables. But if it's on the She, it's 3 syllables for the word. Is that?
Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe. El Moshe. El Moshe. Yeah, but if it was
Moshe?
under Moshe, if it was under the mem,
It's 2 syllables.
Adonai El Moshe lemor, but Vaydaber Adonai El Moshe lemor. It's his name, whether you say Moshe or Moshe.
But in other words, when it's 3 syllables, it's like an extra musical note, I guess.
Yes,
And when
yes.
it's 2 syllables, it's 2 musical notes, I think.
Because then it's El Moshe lemor, and this is El Moshe. So you'd have to give 3, you have to spread the Moshe out. El Moshe.
Yeah.
And if it's this way, El Moshe, it's the same. It's just where are you spreading them?
Mhm.
You want to sing it while you're at it, Sue? Sam, you want to give it a try?
There, I don't know, El Moshe lemor.
You got it.
Going down is easier for me.
Well, walking downhill is generally easier than walking uphill unless it's super steep. All right, anybody want to give it a try before we go on to the last one? All right, Yud Aleph. Would someone read the Hebrew for us? Would you read it for us, Danielle?
Chumash for that. I just found it.
Did you?
Yes. But it's the beginning of a sentence, but it's the same trope. It's the etnach ta. I mean, it's the sof pasuk. But all right, anyway, what Yud Bet Yud Aleph?
Yes, would you mind?
Bo daber el paro melech mitzrayim vayishlach et bnei Yisrael me'artzo.
So close. Take a look at that vav word. So it's shalach. So anybody know what this sentence is talking about? Do you see anything you recognize? Paro, Melech, Mitzrayim.
King Pharaoh
Yeah. Bo,
and
usually I think
Egypt.
Go. Pharaoh, the land of the land of Egypt, and Bnei Israel. So, yep, something to do with Israel. This is from Shemot, Exodus. So, Shemot, yep, we're leaving. We're going to be reading all about this next week. All right, are you ready to give it a try? Let's try it together. Bo daber el paro melech mitzrayim vishalach et bnei Yisrael me'artzo. Let's do that again. It's a lot of letters, a lot of syllables in there. Bo daber el paro melech mitzrayim vishalach et bnei Yisrael me'artzo. It's got to stick a lot in there before you go down. Vishalach et bnei Yisrael me'artzo. Give that a try in your head.
I have a question, please.
Of course.
I'm looking at like Moshe and the O on the, I guess the O is like functioning as the sh and the O sound. And in the V shalach, is it V yo shalach?
Nope. It's Vav and Yud go together.
Okay.
V, just V, Shalach. Yud doesn't have its own sound there.
Okay.
And I know, it's like, how do you know? I don't know how you know. Like, how do you know that that Yud is not sharing that dot with Shin?
Yeah, that's my question. Yeah.
But it's V Shalach. V Yo Shalach. I think it's V Shalach. I think it's only like, so I would look at Moshe sometimes and go, wait, where's the sound for the mem? Oh, it's sharing. In this case, it goes with V. It's a prefix. V. You're making me think now, Sue. V-O Shalach. I'm gonna have to get
If the vuv, I forget the name of all the letters, but if that's the prefix, then the yud would have no vowel sound at all with it.
and then why would it be there?
Yeah, I guess that's
I'm going to check with several rabbis tomorrow morning.
okay.
I
Thank
think
you.
we have 3 now, but I think only 2 will be there.
Sometimes the dot with the yud elongates the sound, but I had the same question. Is it Vyo or is it Vishalak? I had the same question.
I don't think I've ever
Sometimes
heard
you will see the yud like with the A or the E. It supposedly elongates the sound a little bit, but in this case, I mean, I don't know. But
That's
yeah.
a very good question. You guys are so on top of it. If I had time, I would Google and listen to that Torah portion, listen to somebody read it. I'll get back to you on it. So you pick what makes more sense to you here, and I'll get back to you with the answer. What time are we looking at? All right, I'm going to stop us here because time is up. I do want to show you what we're doing next week. We are learning Dargah. Dargah. Usually a Tavir comes after that. Dargah Tavir. So we're going to work on Dargah next week and just apply that sound to different words. So what I'm thinking that we're going to do is keep moving on, discovering new trope, and we're going to go back and look at the Shema when we learn a new trope and see how it applies as opposed to applying it to Torah reading. Because I think that's what's tripping some of you up is like when I show you a word with it, you're fine. When we start to put it together into Hebrew sentences that you don't know, that seems to be scary. But we'll keep referencing back to the Shema as we learn new ones when it applies to the Shema. So it's something you're familiar with and can apply. But you guys did great today. It's hard. It's not easy. That's why there's 6 of you here today and not 30. Any questions, concerns about this? People always say, people will ask my husband, do you have any questions? He goes, yeah, but not that you can answer. Are you guys okay with meeting next Friday, Erev Pesach? If you are like, no, we've got too much cooking, then we can cancel. I want to do what's comfortable for you.
Well, I'll be out of town.
Okay, so you won't be with us. All right, Sandy, tell me how you feel about it.
I don't know. We have a wedding out of town that day. But we're scheduled to go, but we've got a lot of challenges right now, so I'm not sure whether we're going or not.
All right, Deb, how about you?
I think I'll be available. Trying to remember.
I know most people are like, nothing the week of Passover.
I just know that they canceled the 10 o'clock
Class.
Hebrew reading class.
Okay, Sue, how do you feel?
I'm so sorry. I'm having trouble unmuting. I am doing the second Seder night at my house, and so I have that little extra day, and I would definitely find the hour to do this, but I'm fine with what everybody wants to do.
Mary, how do you feel?
I may be traveling, so I will go with the flow.
All right.
My brother's having an operation, so I may, depending what day and whatever, I may be traveling to see him on
Okay.
Friday. So I will go with the flow. I don't want to hold anybody up.
All right, how about you, Arena?
Yes, we're on our second one, right? I have not been very consistent. So,
I'm thinking,
yeah, I think it's just a holiday spirit, probably a little bit too much, but,
I'm thinking that we won't, just because, I mean, I know I'm gonna have a lot of cooking that day.
yeah.
So we will meet. My daughter's home the following week. I want to be able to meet. But my kid is home and we're gonna have my great here, so I'm gonna keep you posted. I think I'd like to be home by 2 o'clock for this, but I'm gonna keep you posted. Because I have my daughter home, my great niece is coming over. I don't know, my grand dog is coming over too. I don't know what time the grand dog is coming to stay for Passover. So to be determined, so look for an email from me, but for sure next Friday, not, because I'd hate to cover things and some of you are out of town and can't do it, and then you have to watch the video, so we'll just use Passover as an excuse. How about that? Blame
Great.
it on.
Next week, there's no class or that's to be
No, we
determined?
won't because I
We
know
won't.
Danielle's gonna be traveling. Sandy may not be available. Mary probably won't be available, so,
But you could send us a reminder to review. I'll feel the pressure. That'll be good.
okay. And then I'll keep you
So
posted.
bottom line, next Friday, which is the 11th, no.
Correct. And then the
Okay.
following week, I would like to, but I've got to, my daughter is not one to make plans now for Friday.
Got it. Okay,
But
I
I
just put
can
that,
say, look, I have to be home by 2 and we do something. Again, I don't know what time the dog is coming, so I have to be here. So I'm finding all that out. Everybody else's plans affect me.
You will know
If I don't, I won't be speaking to you before. I wish you all a very wonderful Pesach. Good luck with the Seder. Who's hosting? Anybody?
And then would we be meeting on the 25th for sure?
Let me look at my
If we
calendar.
don't meet on the 18th?
Hold on a second. Let me get out of this. Yes, for sure. And we will go stop right at 3 because I have to run out and do services at a retirement home that day. So yes, for sure the 25th, and I'll keep you posted. So for those of you hosting Seder, I wish you strength and cookies. For those of you attending Seder, I wish you an extra stomach. And I look forward to seeing you either during Passover or after.
Sounds wonderful. Happy Passover.
thank you.
too.
Okay,
Bye.
Chag Pesach Sameach.
Same
Thank
to
you
you.
so much.
Travel safely, everyone.
Shalom.
Bye-bye.